A very good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing on Sunday, the 5th of October, 2025. Starts off with the synoptic. Midnight last night, the low pressure starting to move away from us, therefore the wind speed reducing that. Deep low to the north, definitely creeping away. So an improvement on the previous 2 days' conditions. We've got a high here as well that's ridging in from the Azores. That's becoming a more dominant feature as the days go on. By midday today, it's got a little bit closer to us. A weak warm front coming across the north of the UK there, centered with this front over, beg your pardon, this low over at between Iceland and Greenland. But for us, we should be seeing fairly typical high pressure conditions today, with still a fairly brisk wind left over from yesterday. I look for the next few days. There's a bit more frontal activity on its way from the west, but nothing greatly significant. High pressure still remaining dominant well into around Wednesday time, where we might begin to see a little bit more rain. Sapic for this morning. You can see quite a lot of almost wavy cloud here up in Scotland and Wales, whereas it's completely clear in our area. No significant cloud at this time. And rain radar, a lot of showers out to the west and in Wales, and likewise up in Scotland. Nothing in our local area. And if we look at the Met Office rain prediction, nothing that's going to especially impact us today. Very, very light possibility of some showers later on. And I think the risk is fairly low. The odium observation this morning, the Met are 250 degrees, 15 knots. Visibility is greater than 10 kilometers and no cloud detected. Farnborough, they haven't issued their TAF yet, but their observation was 250, 11 knots, Cav OK. So west-southwesterly winds today, around 10 to 15 knots on the ground. The upper winds here, west-northwesterly to the south of us, around 25 knots at 290 degrees, and to the north, similar, so this is slightly stronger. So you can expect west-northwesterly around 25 to 30 knots at flying heights today. Surface winds, as you can see on windy here, fairly brisk breeze, but straight down the runway on 27 there. Looking at the local Met Office forecast, they're showing strength between 10 and 13, 14 knots is the mean throughout the day, with gusts reaching up towards 28 knots at the maximum, which is a reduction on yesterday's maximum gust of about 51 or 52 knots that we recorded here. The GFS, they're giving us a temperature of around 15 degrees, locally obviously feeling quite a bit cooler with that breeze, and a dew point of 5. Just refresher there, that's the webcam on the south side looking to the west, and you can see no cloud visible to us there, although a bit of a strong breeze there, around 15 knots. Local temperature, we're now up to 9.2 degrees with a dew point of 6.1. And looking at onto SkySight now for the point forecast, we can see they're predicting actually quite a reasonable day locally for us. See, any thermals will be affected in some way by the wind strength, particularly at height, but showing soarable with cumulus up to around 3,500 feet, possibly in the best part of the day, with climbs between 2 and 3 knots. The thermal top winds here showing around 30 knots in the soarable part of the day, and west northwesterly. Cloud distribution on top right here. This is beginning at 9 o'clock local time this morning. You can see a fair bit of cloud out to the west, more or less clear overhead where we are. But as we run that through, showing a bit of cumulus coming in from the west, and quite a reasonable looking picture there, starting to blue out around 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then blue again into the evening. NOTAM is once again still having issues with our usual NOTAM provider, but using the flight planning map here on NOTAM info, we can see not a great deal to concern us, certainly from a local soaring and local flying point of view. Still have that balloon festival or a balloon event, up to 40 hot air balloons from Popham, although I highly doubt that they'll be flying today. If they were, it would probably be worth going to watch. We'll move on now to glider bookings. We've got one K21 on booked instruction today and another on the casual list. There's also one K13 operating at trial lessons. There's plenty of single-seater availability, and the last time of checking, there were 5 on the casual list with 1 instructor. So if there is another instructor around that wants to do a bit of flying, please do come on out. You'll be more than welcome. Simulation available as normal, of course, and we have one movement forecast today at say Beach 200 departing at 11:15 local time this morning. Okay, in summary, we've got high pressure to the southwest, bringing some more settled conditions than we've seen in the last few days. Expecting scattered cumulus late morning into early afternoon, with the possibility of some reasonable local soaring. Moderate westerly flow across the airfield, gusts about up to in excess of 25 knots, and as a result, we'll be operating runway 27, and the cables will be on the grass south. A reminder, the grass is wet with the weather we've had the last few days, so just be careful with wheel brake use, and with those gusty winds, okay, please be very, very aware of canopy handling. Okay, do not leave a canopy open, unattended. Tell instructors when you're crewing in, and close your rig canopies as soon as possible. If we're parking gliders at the back of the launch point, do not leave the canopies unlocked. Okay. A reminder, do not brief from the queue, please, instructors, and ensure you're ready when the cable AUTAG arrives. That applies to all pilots. Reminder again, we're now fully integrated onto the SFCLs, the SPL rules, so you must have your SPL issued to you to fly solo without authorization. Instructors may only exercise privileges if they hold an SPL with their FIS rating that is within recency. And any students flying solo under supervision must be properly authorized. If you're not sure how to do that, instructors, please do and find me. All pilots flying solo must have, at the very least, a pilot medical declaration. If you don't know what that is, you can't be flying solo. Come and find me and we'll have a chat. There's our airfield setup to finish. Reminder to please not land or taxi across the disused runway shown there in red. And we'll have the winch to the south of the main runway, air towing from the hard, and landing short of the launch point. That's all from me this morning. We'll see you out there shortly. Have a good day and keep it safe. Thank you very much.